Hi guys, it's Andrea. I just finished a home inspection with one of my buyers, and I wanted to come to you and kind of talk to you about um, requests for repair in a seller's market and what that looks like for you maybe as a buyer. And every case is going to be a little bit different. But one thing to think of is then one way I always talk to my clients is always health and safety first. Anything that might hurt or harm you or your home, those are always going to be first and foremost. But there's some other things to really think about when you're in a seller's market and you're the buyer, and especially in a competitive market like we are in right now where you're competing against multiple offers. Some buyers are waiving contingencies or really tightening up those time frames in order to win out the competition. So there might be a backup offer secured on the house you are buying. So that might be a factor that comes into play on what you choose to come back with in terms of your request for repair. So, sometimes you want this long laundry list of things to fix and repair because you want to move into this perfect house. Maybe you've paid more than list price for the home in order to win this home and make this your next home. But so what are things that you should be thinking about when looking at your home inspection and doing a request for repair? So again, always health and safety. What are the components in your home? Are heat and air working? A lot of people make a concern of failed windows. So let me talk a little bit on failed windows. So that's really an aesthetic condition. It doesn't look great. I have failed windows in my own home, but it doesn't actually affect the efficiency of the window. The dual pane still does what it needs to do. It's just ugly. And it can be costly to replace that, and I guess kind of thinking and knowing that long term maybe that's something that you're going to kick that can down the road and you might have to fix in the long run. But really and truly, what's going to harm the home, what's going to harm you, mold, mildews, those sorts of things, very, very important. Leaks, dry rot, water heaters, things like that. All of those things are important, making sure the utilities outlets are working and not, miswired, those sorts of things. So it's really important to kind of talk with your agent, talk with your home inspector, and really make sure you have an understanding of, what is health and safety, what can you do yourself, or maybe for a small amount so that you're not losing that the home due to some findings on your home inspection. But hi only listener. Thank you so much. Thanks, Giles. But really, it comes down to what is or isn't going to be a deal breaker for you. Is there something, knowing that this is your long-term home, buying a home isn't just about an investment. It really is about being your home first and your investment second, in my opinion. So, what can you do to safely live in your home, and what should you be negotiating? So I really think that in this hot seller's market, a seller is not going to be highly inclined necessarily to want to do a laundry list of things. So really prioritizing what's most important to you, and having that conversation, and maybe bringing in additional professionals to give you a second opinion on something. Home inspectors are phenomenal, but they are generalists, so they're going to just kind of give you a general overview of, how the main components are working in your home. So if the heat and air isn't working, or you have questions on plumbing or electrical, bring in those specialists to get more knowledge and more information into that, because something that might seem like a bigger deal might actually become something smaller. Or in the event that it is the opposite, then you at least have more ammunition and you can go back to the seller and say, hey, this is what was found, and it's a big concern. And so it really kind of backs your case on why you're asking for these things. So anyhow, I just thought I would bring that to you. It's always going to be what, makes the deal, trying to find that happy middle ground. But I hope you find some of that helpful. And if you're ever thinking about needing some help buying, selling, always think of me. I'm happy to help you in the El Dorado Hills, Cameron Park, Folsom area. That's really where I specialize. And I hope you guys are having a phenomenal weekend. Let me know if you have any questions about what I've talked about, or if there's anything you'd like more insight on. Feel free to leave me a comment, and I'd be happy to kind of talk about those things in the future. And thanks, my friend, for being my only listener. Bye.